has the honour of getting the match underway, and Canberra in possession, running from right to left on your screen. David Wesley will play it back for Jason Deeth. So Canberra now using their big men early, Quentin Pongia. And now Clyde, plenty of defence for Bradley Clyde. Martin Bella involved there, so too Noel Solomon, and the third Cowboy was Bouvang. Hetherington now, 8 metres short of halfway, the opening moments of this round 4 encounter. Ricky Stewart now goes downtown. Back there is Steve Holmes for the Cowboys, his first touch. And plenty of Canberra defence there. Fulavai leading the charge, also Laurie Daly. Quickly away from dummy half is another newcomer, Justin Lumens, on debut tonight for the 4X Cowboys. Galia, strong defence, back slam by the Canberra defence, in fact. And now a penalty from Graham West against the Canberra defence, lying on the tackle player far too long, Tony Durkin.
Yes, and a very popular decision at Stockland Stadium. I must say, I was very privileged to be at ANZ Stadium last night, nearly 50,000 for the local derby between the Broncos and the Crushers. And I must say I agree with Graham West. He's got to get that out of the game as soon as he can. And the atmosphere there last night with 50,000 wasn't much superior than it is tonight. Fantastic up here.
So North Queensland on the attack, 40 metres out from the Canberra line. Martin Bella, his first touch. And the former Queensland and international prop taken 32 out from the Canberra line. Here comes Singh. Taken by his opposite number, Hetherington. West tells the Raiders to get back on side. Sinclair now for the Cowboys. He's driven. 20 out from the Canberra line. They come the open side. Spina, Solomon. Solomon now dancing with the defence. Taken by Stewart. 22 out from the Canberra line. No score here at Stockland Stadium. Galia a dummy half. Spina tries to get away from the Canberra defence. They hung on though. Last tackle. Solomon, the up and under. Pressure back here on the Canberra Raiders. Stacks on the mill. Knock on, in fact, a penalty, in fact, from Graham West to the Canberra Raiders.
Probably ruling there that he was pushed off the ball, the Canberra player being pushed off the ball, but good attack, Tony Durkin, from the Cowboys first up.
Yeah, they certainly look hot, and what an opportunity they have tonight. Of course, the first win that the Cowboys have had in the competition earlier this afternoon, where the Cowboys beat the Raiders 18-14 in reserve grade. That's got the crowd revved up, and that's given this side a platform from which to go on in this game.
You mentioned Martin Bella before, Jason, and Martin Bella had a birthday last week, and I'm sure he'll be trying to. There'll be no happy birthday wishes from the Canberra Raiders tonight.
Too right, Benny. The Canberra Raiders now working it away, using their big men. Brad Clyde playing it back there. Fulavai upended out wide. Here comes Clyde. Smashed by the Cowboys defence on the halfway line. Ricky Stewart now on the blind side. Dummies now fires the pass across to Fernie. Bumps out of one tackle and is wrapped up. 41 out from the Cowboys line. Martin Bella affecting the tackle. Last tackle coming up for the Canberra Raiders. Ricky Stewart fires it quickly out.
Thompson is with it. Thompson is tackled. 10 metres out from the line. 11 seconds on the clock. They come back to the blind. Alexander.
Queensland will have it again, says West. North Queensland with loose head and feed. And it's a Cowboy ball. Gibson on the wing tonight. Started the season in the top grade in the fullback position. Now on the flank. Oh, crunching tackle there on Galia. Tremendous hit from Hetherington it was. Now to Singh. Singh's put to ground. Wesley involved there for Canberra. Now a mistake. Graham West has spotted an infringement. I think it might have been Shane Christensen there. The little gone.
Yeah, well, it was only a little one, but they pay little ones as much as they pay big ones. Here it is here. It's a very difficult situation here for referees, even though the touch judges these days. Oh dear, that was a touchy one. I honestly don't think on the replay that was a knock on.
He never took his hand off the ball and he never moved forward. I mean, there's the rule. But Canberra have got it now.
We'll have the scrum fed again. We're having some problems with the scrums tonight so far.
Yes, I called Lee Groves before. Of course, Lee Groves not on the field. He's a lookalike is Bruce Sinclair.
Ricky Stewart from the scrum base to Laurie Daly. Clyde, the scrum base trio, working together nicely. Clyde will play at about 25 out from the Cowboys line. Now to Ferner, that characteristic step. Put the pass back into the hands of Wesley. Wesley crosses the Cowboys 20-metre line. Taken by the Munster, Marty Bella. Stewart gives it on to Daly. Now across to the centre, Jason Croker, one of the most versatile players in the game. 12 out from the Cowboys line. Stewart. Inside for Pongia. And they've lost it, the Raiders. Knock on, says West.
Well, I thought the referee, well, he was right on the spot there, but I don't know whether the ball was jolted forward or he lost it.
No, it was jolted out. Good defence there by the Cowboys. They've started this match very aggressively. Yeah, the ball slips out the back. Good decision by Graham West. Cowboys ball.
Laurie Spina in possession for North Queensland. 18 out from his own line. Taken by Croker. Singh gets the ball outside the red zone. Brad Clyde receiving some attention in back play.
He's up in Cowboy territory. He's throwing a shoe.
North Queensland attack the blind. Bella, plenty of treatment there for Martin Bella. Plenty of attention.
No birthday wishes.
Solomon now kicks downfield. Back there is Brett Mullins, one of the most exciting players in modern day rugby league. This time the chase is good on Mullins. They know he's a dangerous player. Clyde gives it out to Stewart. Now to Fulavai. Fulavai, the inside ball goes loose. Cowboys come up with the ball. Big tackle on Galia. North Queensland now. A terrific chance to post the opening points of this round 4 encounter. Adrian Vowles now. Current state of origin player. Wrapped up. 14 out from the Canberra line. Lumens from dummy half. Driven back there.
The Cowboys have got to get a line. They've got to get a back line. They're just playing over on the blind side. They've got to bring it out this way.
Vowles now 2 metres out. Christensen spotting an opening there. Vowles plays it back. Spina. The defence wrestles him to ground. David Wesley coming up very quickly there. Last tackle for North Queensland. Noel Solomon now. Little chip over the top looking for Bouvang. But back there, great take from Nagus.
Yes, it was a great take by Kenny Nagus. He can play fullback or on the wing. Playing on the wing tonight, but he can cover both positions well. Got beautiful hands. I thought a poor option by Noel Solomon. Maybe the ball on the deck might have been a better proposition.
There's the kick there as he as it went through, and he took it superbly. And hey, he'd be good in the slips anywhere out on the cricket field.
Back to the action now. Canberra in possession, 10 metres short of halfway. This is Ferner. He's coughed it up. Well, Canberra, a dreadful start for the Raiders. Tim Sheens, he'd be absolutely livid.
Yeah, let's give some credit though to this North Queensland defence. They're fired up for a big one.
Here comes Singh now. Piggyback ride there for Hetherington. The Cowboys keep it alive. Spina still managed to get the pass back for Bartlett. Now to Bouvang. Bouvang eludes one and now wrestled to the ground. A good back slamming tackle there from Jason Croker. Solomon. Cut out ball. Out wide for Gibson. Gibson, no room to move. Holmes quickly into the dummy half position. Inside pass from Solomon to Sinclair. Thought about throwing the pass back for Holmes, but he takes the tackle. The chant goes up for the Cowboys. Last tackle for the Cowboys. Solomon, the up and under. A great up and under, in fact. Stacks on the mill. Dead in goal. Knock on. What's the ruling here? We'll come back to the goal line for a dropout restart.
Oh, much better kick. A much better kick on that occasion from Noel Solomon.
Yeah, Gregor, here it is here now, and a little unlucky there that the lock forward Paul Galia didn't grab that ball. He went up high enough, but it just went right between his arms. But this is great pressure from the Cowboys.
Yeah, and a shot there of Brett Mullins, and he looks very distressed indeed. And I think these Canberra players tonight in this heat are certainly going to struggle. If the Cowboys could put some pressure on early, we could have a very interesting game on our hands.
Well, Tony, it was 32 degrees today.
I know, Benny.
The restart from Stewart. Taken on the full by Solomon. First hit up coming via George Bartlett, the former North Sydney Bear, taken 30 metres out. Christensen into dummy half. Looking for Balla. Balla will take the next hit up, in fact. He's lost it. Unfortunately for North Queensland, they come up with a mistake on the second tackle. Canberra lucky to maintain possession. In fact, the ball going backwards according to West. And now Ferner settles things down. Deeth at dummy half. Clyde. Plenty of defence on the Kangaroo lock.
Some great tackling there by Christensen, the hooker, a former, well, he's a North Queensland and Australian residence player.
Certainly he would have been hoping that Steve Walters took the field tonight, but not to be because of injury. And Jason Deeth, as we said earlier in the piece, a very handy backup hooker for the Canberra Raiders. Ricky Stewart now going downtown. Gibson takes it calmly on the full.
Well, Gibson played fullback in the opening encounter here when they played against the Sydney Bulldogs. He was to play in the centres, but he's on the wing, very versatile.
Holmes gives it to Lumens, a late inclusion in this side, in the North Queensland side for the injured Willie Morganson. Sloppy play of the ball. Vowles now from dummy half, making his comeback tonight after a 2-week suspension. It comes across to Spina. Spina thought about throwing the inside pass. He goes himself, though. Now he's got support on the inside. He gets it back to Boobang. This will be a great Cowboys try. First points to North Queensland.
Whoa! Do they love this at Stockland Stadium? They've won the Shield and they've won the game, they think. What about the work by the veteran Laurie Spina? Dropped last week, but brought back as captain, and David Boobang showed superb positional play to get inside Laurie Spina, and that is a beauty.
Laurie Spina got up very quickly, one off the ruck, and he threw the dummy. There was the opening, went right past Croker. He looked inside to Boobang. This is Boobang's third try of the season. That's super stuff, and oh, listen to that crowd.
Yeah, Laurie Spina, tremendous bust from him. Who said he was a spent force? Back in the top grade in the Winfield Cup. And tremendous support play there from Boobang. The opening try to North Queensland, 4 points to 0. So Adrian Vowles now has the job of converting the Boobang try. He's 10 metres in from touch and 20 out from goal. Vowles' kick is an absolute shocker. No goal. Scoreline remains Cowboys 4. Canberra yet to score. Canberra Raiders, the defending Winfield Cup premiers. Sinclair now, the first hit up on this fresh set of 6. Balla now, taken by Clyde. Tonight's telecast going far and wide. A special hi to all our viewers tonight watching in southern New South Wales and in the ACT via the WIN network, and also this match going to Brisbane and southeast Queensland on the 9 network. Holmes away from dummy half, steals an easy 10, and the idea was right. Well, West has pulled it up for the knock-on. I can't believe it.
That definitely went backwards, Tony. Holmes looked around, looked for support play. Sinclair's questioning, and so he should.
Well, I'll wait for the replay. I must say, I thought it went backwards. Yeah, it looked as though it went backwards to me. The first movement of the ball was certainly backwards. Poor decision.
The one thing that Kerry Bowstead said earlier this week, that the Cowboys have always let their opposition score early. But this is what he wanted. They've got it on a plate. It's 4-0. They're in front. All they've got to do is now work harder and capitalise.
So the Canberra Raiders now, David Wesley taken, 39 out from the Cowboys try line. Deeth gives it on to Hetherington. Plenty of defence there on Hetherington. He knows he's at Stockland Stadium.
Well, Martin Bella certainly showed him Stockland Stadium.
Jason Deeth there. Well, Grant Bell wouldn't be happy with that. An easy 10, 12 metres there for the hooker. Mullins now from dummy half. He's a danger man, but he's lost the ball. Bartlett picks up the scraps for the Cowboys, and he's taken by Laurie Daly.
This is uncharacteristic mistakes from the Raiders, Tony.
Well, I don't think the Raiders, even though they've scored 90-odd points this season, I don't think they're anywhere near their best as yet. They're certainly gettable if the Cowboys can keep exerting this pressure.
Adrian Vowles now for North Queensland. Tries to bump off. In fact, he did bump off one of the Canberra players. That was Jason Deeth going backwards. Sinclair now. Oh, jolting tackle there on Bruce Sinclair, the club captain for North Queensland. Balla. Gets it to the halfway line. Good run, good strong run from Marty Bella. Last tackle coming up for the Cowboys. Well picked up there by Noel. Finds only the Canberra winger on the far side. Noah Nadruku, and the Fijian flyer now showing his magic. Look at him go. He gets it back to the halfway line.
Well, he's beaten 3 Cowboys defenders there. You cannot give Noah Nadruku 1 centimetre or he'll make you look silly.
Laurie Daly now crosses the halfway line. He's into the clear. He's got support too. Bradley Clyde should score. Here come the Raiders. There's the equaliser. Clyde gets the try. It's 4-all.
Yeah, the big two, probably 2 of the best rugby league players in the game, Laurie Daly and Brad Clyde. Here it goes, the break by Daly and Clyde on the inside. What an athlete.
I think the important thing here is that Daly knew exactly what he did, and that was a pretty poor effort by Noel Solomon. He just bumped him off, and of course, you mentioned the big two, and Daly he knew that Clyde was there. You can see, he just knew, just called and bang.
Yeah, great try for Bradley Clyde, and as Durko said, one of the great athletes in our game. And now a chance for young David Furner, one of the 4 current Kangaroos in this Canberra side, to pick up the extras, and the easiest kick perhaps for him tonight. So the Raiders have things level on the scoreboard for the time being. And now Furner puts his side in front. 6-4 to Canberra over the Cowboys.
That was just sensational stuff from the big two, and Daly had no trouble. He just threw the dummy, went through a pretty feeble defence, but look at the way Clyde went back on his right hand side.
Yeah, no cover defence at all there from the Cowboys. Put Bradley Clyde in a gap and it's shut the gate.
Well, North Queensland now trailing on the scoreboard for the first time. Holmes getting us back underway. Taken by Stewart. Young David Wesley. Deeth gives it to Pongia. He's taken 19 out from the Canberra line. Bartlett and Christensen, the tacklers for North Queensland. Here comes Furner. Deeth zipping away from dummy half. And he's lost it too.
Sinclair on the ball, and why he's there, he's been tackling so well. He was so close to the action. All he had to do was dive on it. Good work.
Galia in possession for the Cowboys. 40 out from the Canberra line. Holmes. He was looking forward to tonight's game. Stephen Holmes talking to him yesterday, expecting to be peppered by many, many bombs from Ricky Stewart. So far that hasn't eventuated, but I'm sure his time will come.
It certainly will.
Spina gets it out to Solomon. Cut out ball for Vowles. Vowles has pounced upon. He got the pass away too to Galia. That was great work from Vowles, keeping it alive.
Well, Galia scored a try last week, and as the captain last week, but tonight he's just a member of the team. As Kerry Bosted said, you're a member of a team, and that's the way the Cowboys, a little bit of turmoil this week, but by gee, they're playing well tonight.
Spina puts the kick in. Ooh, almost a fumble there on the far side by Noah Nadruku. Wrapped up by Justin Lumens, his opposite number. Well, almost a voluntary tackle perhaps there.
Would I be right in saying that the Canberra Raiders are walking? You can throw a net. Look at them sitting there. You've got Clyde, Furner, all sitting there. You could just about throw a blanket over.
Well, they're feeling the pressure of this heat, but even worse news for Canberra is that Brett Mullins has injured his right ankle. Brett Mullins is going back to position very slowly indeed. He's in big trouble.
Etherington now for the Raiders. 28 out from his own line. Canberra calling for a quick play of the ball. Tricky Ricky now in behind the front row forward there in Pongia. Got the kick away. Good take by Holmes. Gets away from one almost. Got the pass away. Gibson now wrestled to ground.
Backup work there from Daly to go up and affect the tackle.
Here comes Bouvang now, the try scorer. 6-4 to the Raiders if you've just joined us. Christensen, a dummy half. He attacks the blind side via Singh, and a strong tackle there on Wayne Singh. 3 Raiders defenders involved. Spina now goes himself, a big opening for Laurie Spina. He's got support in Sinclair, and Sinclair is mowed down by the fullback Brett Mullins. Still a chance. Covered by the Canberra defence. Last tackle for the Cowboys. They go left side. Solomon now with a little grubber kick in behind the defence. Now a counter-attack from the Raiders. Marty Bella's coming across there. I don't think he's going to have the pace to get Laurie Daly. Yes! Oh, super effort.
Laurie Daly, he thought he had it, but Martin Bella, he might be 30, but that was just vintage stuff.
Yeah, that was a marvellous effort. But they're not finished yet, the Raiders.
Ricky Stewart now. Almost got that pass away.
Bella defence again. Oh, come on, ref.
Now a penalty, and plenty of booze for Graham West.
Now that Stewart was getting up and falling backwards.
It's not a popular decision in the north of Queensland, but let's get back to that effort before by Laurie Spina. Second occasion, Laurie Spina spinning them open, and here's the run by Laurie Daly. In fairness, I don't want to take any credit away from Martin Bella, but I think Laurie Daly was looking at coming back inside because the fullback Steve Holmes seemed to have had Laurie Daly covered.
Well, Ricky Stewart, the Canberra captain, has decided to give David Ferner a shot at goal. We see on the replay here, Stewart going to ground, Bella coming over the top.
And Laurie Spina was the other tackler in there with Martin Bella. That's outstanding because he made the initial break.
Yeah, I think referee West probably a bit tough on Bella there, but it did appear as though Ricky Stewart was pushed over as he tried to get up and play the ball. Marty may be looking for a few seconds to breathe in some more of this North Queensland air, and that is exactly what the Raiders are doing at the moment. I think that's why they've taken this kick for goal.
Well, Ferner is virtually in front of the sticks, 33 metres out from goal. No problems with the distance, but the accuracy is missing. No goal. Scoreline remains Raiders 6, Cowboys 4. Night at Stockland Stadium. They've come from all over North Queensland for this big game.
And what they've seen so far tonight has been the veterans leading the way for the Cowboys. Solomon, Spina and Martin Bella. Just fantastic. And if Bruce Sinclair and Bartlett can follow up, I think the forwards can make a lot of inroads.
Nadruku plays it back for Laurie Daly. And looks like DeVico is on the field for the Canberra Raiders, wearing jersey number 27 in the big league program.
He's on for Brett Hetherington.
Deeth from dummy half, gives it on to Stewart. Inside ball for Ferner. He gets away from two. Ferner still going. Thought about throwing the pass on the right-hand side, but he takes the tackle on the 20-metre line of North Queensland. Here comes Ricky Stewart. Dummied. Oh, geez, a great player. He's still standing in the tackle, eventually put away. They don't call him Tricky Ricky for nothing. He'll play it back now. Laurie Daly puts the kick in, but, well, it went straight into the hands, more or less, of Shane Christensen.
Yes, I think Laurie Daly would like to have that one over again. Not one of his better ones.
Gibson will play it, 19 out from his own line. Solomon gives it on to the fullback, Steve Holmes. Holmes now comes back in field, standing in the tackle, but eventually a Canberra Raider comes over the top to put him away. In fact, it was Hetherington.
Jamie Matthew is on for Bruce Sinclair.
Immediately, Matthew takes it forward. He's wasting no time to make some sort of an impact on this game. Tackled about 10 metres short of halfway. So the Cowboys working it away via their second row forward, Wayne Singh. 4 metres short of halfway. Fifth and final coming up for the local side. Spina, the kick downfield between Mullins and Nadruku. Great kick from Spina and a tremendous chase from Bowles. Oh, a near miss there for the Canberra Raiders. Nadruku now finally gets it out of the in goal and in fact tackled 12 metres out from his own line.
That was a magnificent chase by Adrian Vowles. Adrian Vowles certainly stirred up by 2 weeks on the sideline after that incident in the first game, and he's leading from the front tonight.
And don't forget, they're not far away from picking a State of Origin team, Tony, so any good game from Adrian Vowles certainly puts him in the place. You mentioned Meninga being out, but Vowles, it's all in front of him.
Canberra in possession. Young David Wesley now, formerly of Cairns in far northern Queensland.
And certainly a front runner for a Queensland State of Origin jersey, young David Wesley.
The kick now for touch is a good one. It will find touch about 28 metres out from the Cowboys line.
And at every break in play tonight, Jason, 4 trainers, in fact 5 trainers are now on the field. And it's a very, very warm night. And the sixth trainer has just come on the field.
No doubt this scrum will take some time to form. Bella now leaving the field.
Lee Groves on, and the big fella gets the reception he deserves. They love him up here.
That's not all they love up here, and if they can win tonight, there'll be plenty of that drunk too.
Sounded like a 4X that, didn't it? They love it up here.
Wait till you see this Lee Groves, a tremendous player. He's been reserve grade, up into A grade, very solid, straight up the middle, but loves defence.
Justin Lumans now. First tackle for North Queensland. Now to Vowles. Vowles taken about 8 metres short of halfway. Jamie Matthew. And now a penalty, and certainly the Cowboys fans liking that decision from Graham West.
Well, it was a deliberate hold down. There was no fear of that. And I would think that, you know, as you'll see it here, he certainly just didn't get up. He just left him stay there, and there was no need for Furner to continue that on.
Penalties now 2-all in the penalty count. North Queensland on the attack via their replacement forward, Lee Groves, and he's upended there, about 24 out from the Canberra try line. Laurie Spina now sends it on to the replacement forward, Jamie Matthew. He's been heavily involved since he's come onto the park. Christensen a dummy half. He goes the left side. Bartlett now got the pass somehow out the back. Knock back, says West. Play on. Spina. Solomon. Well, a shocking pass from Noel Solomon.
I'm sure that Grant Bell and the players didn't rehearse that at training last night.
Canberra on the attack. They swing it to the left. There is an overlap here, but somehow the Canberra side can't keep the ball alive, and Croker had to take the tackle. Wesley now crosses the halfway line. 6-4 Canberra over the North Queensland Cowboys. Ricky Stewart now chimes in. Lovely ball there for the front row forward in Pongia, but it was well read by Bouvang.
Yeah, tremendous tackle. Little man taking on a big man. He came in from his wing position. That was a super tackle.
Nadruku flying through now from that Laurie Daly chip over the top, but back there is Lumans, and he did well.
He sure did, with the pressure of Nadruku coming over the top of him. But now the Cowboys have got to get back and now come forward. They're lagging a little bit.
Lee Groves, former Gold Coast Seagull, plays it back for Christensen. They go the left side. Laurie Spina. George Bartlett wrapped up, ball and all, on the far side of Stockland Stadium. Adrian Vowles now throws himself at the Canberra defence.
Vowles has gone in from the centres into the forwards to do some leadership. Good play.
Christensen now away from dummy half. A la Benny Elias puts the kick downfield. Mullins has to go back to pick it up. The bounce far from ideal for the Canberra fullback. He runs across the park now, and he's trying to link up with Nagus. Nagus on the inside. Oh, here's problems for the Cowboys. Canberra allowed to run.
What a freak, Rhett Mullins. His right ankle heavily strapped, his left thigh heavily strapped, and the bloke is still probably faster than any other player on the field. He's an absolute freak.
Canberra now in possession on the halfway line. Bradley Clyde gives it to his second row colleague Inferna. The ball goes loose, still in the field of play according to the touch judge, and it's still a Canberra ball.
You know, fair decision. He was inside when he hit the ball, and he brought it back.
The Raiders now 40 out from the North Queensland try line. Deeth gives it on to Stewart. Pongia, quick hands, but crunching defence from the Cowboys. West tells the Cowboys to get back on side. Canberra attack the left side of the field. The up and under now from Ricky Stewart. Pressure back there on Holmes. Good take, great take in fact, and he gets away.
Well, that's two for Holmes. He's had two on him and he's taken them cleanly.
He's passed with honours so far.
Gibson wrapped up by number 28, Graham Appo, one of the freshmen on for Canberra. Plenty of defence there.
Pongia just missed with a Mike Tyson right hand.
Matthew now can't get outside the red zone. Bartlett.
Hetherington's on the field, and Hetherington's off the field. It does appear as though Jason Croker's gone into the forwards and Appo's in the centres.
Nadruku can't get away from the first two Cowboy players on the scene. Clyde quickly into the dummy half position. Deep from dummy half. Gives it on to Pongia. Deep links up with Furner. Furner, oh, nice ball back for Stewart. Canberra keeping the ball alive nicely.
Yeah, they're switching play, and that's what's putting the Cowboys completely off guard. They just go backwards and forwards. Now let's see what Daly does. See, he goes back inside.
Appo now in possession for Canberra. Nice ball back for Mullins. Mullins looking for support, but no one coming through.
Where's Stewart? He's the one that's going to do something with it now.
Croker, a dummy half, gives it back to Ricky Stewart. Stewart now puts the ball onto the boot. Back there is Holmes. Holmes taken by Stewart. Also down there was Bradley Clyde. Lumen's away from dummy half. Wrapped up over there by Fulavot. Vowles quickly into the dummy half position. No one was there for a moment. He found the second row forward in George Bartlett, looming up in support. Bartlett will play it back. Spina.
I'll tell you what, Bartlett hasn't stopped trying all night. He's a local school teacher and coaches Aussie rules.
Well, a knock-on ruled here by referee Graham West.
Yeah, and this is the danger period too for the Cowboys, starting to get very tired. 7 minutes to go before half-time. And from this situation on the field, there's no more dangerous side than the Premiers.
Well, as they come, there's a replacement player there. And
DeVico leaving the field. The scrum starting to form now.
And Hetherington's gone back on.
Canberra have won the scrum. Laurie Daly, first receiver, gives it to Appo. A player with immense potential, this Graham Appo.
Very famous name, Appo, in North Queensland.
Hetherington stands in the tackle. Got it back to Furner. Furner now. Beats two. Beats three almost. Still going. David Furner. No wonder he made the Kangaroo Tour last year.
What's Stewart going to do with it? Either put it up.
Clyde.
Here's the switch.
Well, the pass goes to ground and it's been dived on. Sloppy play from the Canberra Raiders. That wasn't...
Well, that's what they deserve.
You know, that was a very ordinary play. That's something that certainly will raise the ire of coach Tim Sheens. Maybe getting a little casual, the Raiders.
Wasn't the desired result for Canberra. North Queensland in possession via Bartlett. 33 out from his own line. 6.5 left on the clock for the first half.
Lock for the Cowboys. Paul Gailey is injured. He's on his feet now. He's okay.
Spina will play it back 10 metres short of halfway. Christensen got the ball back for Spina. The two homegrown North Queenslanders combining nicely there. Centre field, the Cowboys. Last tackle, Solomon. Solomon looking for touch. The kick from Solomon is a ripper. Great kick. 6 minutes left on the clock. North Queensland trailing the Cowboys. Canberra 6, Cowboys 4. Pax. The chant goes up for the Cowboys. Cowboys, Cowboys. Huge crowd in here tonight. Stewart, mistake on the first tackle. The Cowboys look to swing it wide. There's a chance if they do it quickly. Vowles inside for Lumens. Lumens puts the foot down. Only about a metre out. Young Justin Lumens on debut tonight. Vowles now. He finds support out wide. Try to the Cowboys. Georgie Bartlett, take a bow.
Georgie Bartlett can take the bow for scoring the try.
The sideline. They don't come any tougher. The kick is waved away. Straightens the attack slightly. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left on the clock. Cowboys leading 8 points to 6.
The Cowboys, their back line, they don't have one. They've got to spread out, even though they have got the ball.
Ooh, crunching tackle there. Wayne Singh coming in for some harsh treatment on the halfway line. The chant goes up again for the home side. Christensen. Last tackle now for North Queensland. The 4X Cowboys swing it to the left. The kick rebounds off a Canberra Raider. Vowles can't collect. And I'd say we'll have a changeover.
Gee, half-time cannot come quick enough for this Canberra side. They are all absolutely walking, and who can blame them from the climate they've come from? They've trained in the heat during the week. They've trained with extra clothing on, but nothing, no training can substitute for what the heat that they're feeling here tonight.
Canberra immediately swing it wide. Croker was intent on getting the ball across to the winger in Ken Nagus as quickly as possible, but somehow North Queensland coming up there quickly, cutting off the play.
The Raiders arrived here yesterday and had a training run at 12 o'clock today in the nearby Brothers Oval, but you're right, Tony, I think they're feeling it.
Ferner.
Well, you are, Bernie. Benny, you've lost your shirt.
Deep from dummy half, gives it to Stewart.
I put my money on the Cowboys.
Oh, hey, look here comes Furlavai. He got the pass across to Nandruku. Nandruku's cocked it up. Here comes Lumens, counter-attack from the Cowboys, and he's collared by the Fijian flyer. Oh, and he must have been a little bit upset coughing the ball up there, Benny.
Oh, but a super tackle from Adrian Vowles. That was just sensational stuff. He is having a blinder.
Some aggressive defence now from Croker, and a penalty to the Cowboys.
Great leadership there from Vowles, Tony.
Oh, that was a magnificent covering tackle by Adrian Vowles. This young man is a class rugby league player. I think he learned a lot in the first game when he was sent off. He disappointed himself and a lot of other people. Adrian Vowles.
So the siren has sounded in the background, and referee Graham West will call a halt to proceedings there as Lee...
10 to the Cowboys.
Well, the most important part which Cowboys coach Grant Bell wants is for the players to continue their enthusiasm. The big danger, obviously, Stewart and Daly, they want to try and shut them down. But most of all, to control the ball and have a good kick and chase game.
Here and in the Canberra room, so Tim Sheen's very concerned about the lack of communication. He says his players are going to start talking more on the field. He believes they're holding back and waiting. Stewart and Daly to lead the way in the second half.
Thank you, Phil Small. Stacks on the middle, a chance for Laurie Spina, but he's coughed it up just out from the goal line, and we'll come back for the knock on.
Another great kick from Noel Solomon. He took the initiative very quickly.
Gee, this is important. This is a very, very important decision here made by Graham West. He's ruling against the first knock on. He's ruling against the first knock on by Brett Mullins. I really did think he ordered play on against Laurie Spina. A lucky break for the Cowboys here, and an uncharacteristic game tonight from Brett Mullins. I don't think he's fit.
Spina works the scrum from the scrum base. Galia, can he score? No, he's shut down 2 metres out. Vowles is calling for the ball out wide. His left hand raised in the air, but they go through their forwards instead. Groves and...
There's no Cowboy running off. They have to play backup football.
Perhaps justice there for the Canberra Raiders, Durko.
Yeah, I suppose it was, but gee, I thought Paul Galia bombed a certain try. What a beautiful scrum-based move the Cowboys put on. All he had to do was shuffle that ball, and there was a try in the corner, as sure as the sun shines tomorrow.
Canberra in possession, 28 out from their own line. North Queensland leading 8 points to 6, the early moments of the second half. Wesley, touted as a future State of Origin player, young David Wesley. They swing it across to Ricky Stewart now. Low kick, looking for touch on the eastern side of Stockland Stadium. Holmes is across there. He gives it to Gibson. Nice weaving run from Gibson, and gets outside the 20-metre zone, and a penalty now. This will be interesting. This one will be interesting.
Well, it depends on where he was holding it. He looked as if it was just a flip. You'll see it here now. Gibson gets up. Oh, yep.
Well, that's a send-off, Durko. I'm sure that the referee, surely he would have considered some harsher penalty for the player there, the Canberra player.
It's certainly something that Mick Stone and Ron Massey will be looking at on Monday. The hand between the crutches just not on anymore in this game.
4-2 the penalties to the North Queensland Cowboys. 4-2 to North Queensland. The inside ball now for Singh, and he's upended. Strong Raiders defence there. 5 minutes gone in the second half. Bartlett puts the foot down.
Hasn't he? He hasn't stopped trying since he got on there.
Well, he's an Aussie rules coach, isn't he, Benny?
Well, he hand passed it the wrong way that time.
Jamie Matthew now, the offender for the Cowboys. Disappointed there as he slams the ball into the turf. Let's have a look on the replay here. And the pass.
He took his eye off the ball. Simple equation.
The handling errors, 9 to North Queensland, 8 to the Raiders. Canberra in possession, and again.
Now that time he was out.
Noah Nandruku this time, no question about it, dead set over the touchline.
And the crowd certainly let him know it too.
Yeah, that was Wayne Singh there, playing a major part in that tackle as the Cowboys swing it wide. The ball picked up on the bounce by Gibson. He's only a small man, Damien Gibson. He plays it on the halfway line. Vowles coming in from the centres to help out his forwards. He'll play it back for Christensen. Laurie Spina. They swing it wide, the Cowboys. Groves has lost it again. This time for the Cowboys, luckily it goes backwards. And it's been picked up by Lumens.
I'm sure Coach Bell wouldn't be happy with these loose passes that are going back.
Well, you got Adrian Vowles is playing in the forwards and Lee Groves is playing at outside centre. That's not the way Bell picked the team.
Spina shunts it out to Solomon. Solomon spots a little opening, but the gap closes pretty quickly. Fifth and final coming up for the 4X Cowboys. They go to Vowles from dummy half across now. They swing it wide. The kick goes in from Matthew. Matthew's kick. Well, a hint of a knock on there, but the referee, Graham West, allows play to continue. Nadruku will play it back. Fulavai, 23 out from his own line. Nadruku, Stewart, Mullins now. Mullins trying to create something. Almost got away from the Cowboys 5'8" Solomon. Stewart.
That was forward.
Clyde. And a knock on from Bradley Clyde on the halfway line.
Well, that was justice. I thought that pass was forward from Stewart.
Uncharacteristic mistake again by Bradley Clyde. And even the good players, I think, tonight are feeling this heat, feeling the conditions. It's a great advantage the Cowboys have. Even though the game's played at night, it's still particularly warm. And the players really do look distressed.
Well, they were going to try and play it at 12 o'clock on Sunday.
That was their best move.
Vowles now, Vowles. 6 to go, says West.
Fair decision.
Yep, absolutely.
6 to go. Lumens plays it back for Vowles. Vowles. You'd think the state of origin selectors were here tonight, Durko.
I think they are.
Vowles will play it back. Bouvang. Spina. Across to Matthew as the Cowboys chant goes up yet again. North Queensland keeping it alive. Matthew unsure which way to go. He'll eventually be bowled over on the 20-metre line. Christensen, Solomon, cut out ball, cuts out 2 players to Galia. Galia got the pass to Vowles. It's been knocked down. Lumens for the corner. Oh, West, no try, no try, no try. He's called it back for the knock on.
Oh, let's see that again.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Superb work. I thought Galia bombed it here by running into the tackle, but was able to break through and get that ball away. Vowles.
That was knocked down by the Canberra player.
Fair try.
There's a closer look at it. There's the pass to Galia. Now, you thought he could have held it up, which he did. Vowles, that's been knocked down by the Canberra player. That's a fair try.
Yep, they've been robbed. The Cowboys have been robbed.
Nadruku will play it back. 8-6, the Cowboys still leading.
But they can't make silly mistakes. They've got to play sensible football. They've got the Raiders rattled.
Wesley swamped by 2 Cowboy defenders, namely Bartlett and Lee Groves. Clyde now. This time he secures possession. Deeth. Stewart going downtown, looking for touch on the eastern side, and the kick is an absolute ripper. 8-6, the Cowboys leading the Canberra Raiders.
Stewart does it in state of origin matches time and time again. When he gets a hold of that ball, it's as if he's got a string. He's got it on string.
And aren't the players loving this rest? A long walk back into the quarter.
North Queensland in possession. Steve Holmes wrapped up on the first, taken by Croker. Also involved there was the Canberra winger, Kenny Nagus. Strong defence from Pongia. Also involved was Brett Hetherington. Christensen from dummy half.
Swinging arm there from Pongia.
The kick downfield. Mullins leaves it for Fulavai. Fulavai being chased by Lumens. Good chase from the Cowboys. Christensen up there. So too George Bartlett.
Fulavai's injured.
Nagus. Jason Deeth at dummy half. Speaking of dummy halves, on the sideline we have Phil Small. He's talking to Canberra's regular number 9, Steve Walters.
Yeah, thanks, fellas. I've got Steve Walters here with me. Steve, the boys are doing it fairly tough tonight.
Yeah, it's not going our way so far, but hopefully Laurie are one of the guys to get through in a minute.
Okay, mate, you're on the sidelines yourself with a knee injury. What's the news there?
Well, I hope to be playing next week, but it's still a little bit sore at the moment.
Okay, the rumours and innuendo of the day finally, Steve, about the Super League. What's happening to the best of your knowledge?
It's been a busy day for you guys and the players too. I don't know a great deal. I'm sort of an outsider there, but from what they tell me, what I like about the whole thing is that hopefully that if it does go ahead, that the Canberra team will be intact and not a great deal will change from the Raiders' point of view.
Steve, all the best, and let's hope to see you back on the paddock next week.
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, Phil. Phil Small there catching up with Canberra's test hooker, Steve Walters. Back to the action now. North Queensland in possession after that penalty. The penalty's in fact favouring the Cowboys. 5-2. 5-2. The penalties favouring the North Queensland side. Laurie Spina now wrapped up by 2 Canberra defenders. Well, in fact, only one was required in the end. Hetherington, in fact, the man putting Spina on the deck. Solomon now gives it out to Galia. Galia harassed by the green machine.
I think the Raiders are missing Walters, particularly that darting run from dummy half.
Bella, inside ball there for the replacement forward, Matthew, the interchange player. The up and under from Solomon. Mullins has to go back. It's not a bad kick. Mullins lets it bounce. He should know better, but luckily for him, it bounces over the dead ball line.
Yeah, it was a fairly well-placed kick by Noel Solomon. The ones that come down right in the goal mouth underneath the crossbar are always hard to take, particularly when you're going backwards. But as I said earlier, Brett Mullins, just to me tonight, doesn't seem to be on his game. Maybe he's carrying an injury. As I said earlier, he's pretty heavily strapped. He was there to cover it up.
Loose ball. He was unable to do so. There's been a change affected by Canberra coach Tim Sheen's Luke DeVico. Luke DeVico back on the field for Quentin Pongia. The chant going up as Pongia takes a spell. Ferner also on the bench. Hetherington now thought about throwing the pass. Wrapped up by Spina. 5th and final coming up for Canberra. Stewart gives it to Daly. Daly with a long cutout ball out wide to Nagus. Nagus down the touchline. Nagus gets away from them and will score.
He's called it back. It's all to no avail. Sensational run by Kenny Nagus. In fact, that's about the only opportunity Kenny Nagus has had tonight. But referee Graham West is back 40 metres downfield and said, we'll have it back. Can't say I agree with him. There's a long pass by Laurie Daly. Great finish at Kenny Nagus.
Yeah, well, 20,000 spectators agreed with it.
And he certainly
Benny, did you expect anything else?
The Cowboys in possession now. A let-off for them moments earlier. There's been a couple of borderline decisions tonight. Perhaps one apiece, I suppose. The two that stick out. Bella.
State of origin stuff now. This is what he needs to do. Lead by example and the rest will follow him.
Galia. Wrestled to the ground by DeVico. The replacement forward. Christensen. Spina. Solomon. Solomon chip over the top looking for Vowles. Vowles has lost it. Dear oh dear. He had Solomon on his inside. It could have been a 4-pointer, possibly 6.
Well, that's exactly what Adrian Vowles was thinking about, and that's why he didn't catch the football. He was worried about the next player not securing the ball. That was a try. Absolutely dead set, certainly.
Dead set, certainly.
And if there are any more, I'd use them as well, Benny.
Oh, it was a certainty.
Stewart gives it out to Nadruku. Nadruku now trying to brush aside Vowles, but there's 3 Cowboy defenders there willing and able to put him away. The Fijian flyer will get up. Daly got it away to DeVico. 8-6, no change to the halftime score here at Stockland Stadium. 24 and a half minutes left on the clock as Marty Bella takes a pearl of a Bobby Simpson. Eat your heart out.
Oh, Marty Bella. Marty Bella, the centre of some controversy in the last week or so, but oh dear, he's had a big game. He's hurt now though, Big Marty.
Yeah, I wonder who brought that controversy up.
I don't know, Benny. Looks like he's done a groin, and they're big ones, aren't they?
You see here on the replay,
but he's not well.
Canberra on the attack, 42 out from the North Queensland try line. They trail by just 2 points. Bradley Clyde straightens the attack, taken by Spina. Around the legs was Spina, and he had support over the top as well. DeVico looking for Wesley. He takes the tackle. Well, that wasn't a play the ball. A penalty to Canberra.
Well, he's ruled Groves, I think, offside.
No, he's just said Lee Groves interfering in the play the ball. DeVico getting up to play the ball now. Groves wouldn't let him get up. Yeah, that's a fair penalty. Fair penalty for sure.
Well, it's the Canberra Raiders.
You're
Take some refreshments.
going to Canberra for a holiday next week or something.
Call it as I see it, Benny. Call it as I see it.
5-3, the penalties favouring the Cowboys as the Raiders take a breather. They're in no hurry to line up this conversion attempt. The crowd's still pretty happy. Their side is leading, albeit by just the 2 points.
Well, I remember here a year or so ago when the Townsville Suns, the national basketball team, had their first victory over the national champions. Townsville went alive, and if they can do it tonight, well, I think the same's in store.
They're certainly playing well enough, there's no doubt about that. You mentioned State of Origin before, Benny, the State of Origin players. 6 in this Canberra side, that's the big danger.
Well, pressure here on Graham Appo. He's succeeded David Furner in terms of goal kicking duties. Around the corner goal kicker, his first attempt for the night. And plenty of distractions for Appo. Concentration plus, he moves in. No goal. No goal. Score. The restart. Stewart feels it. Looking for some runners. Canberra not exactly knowing what to do there.
Well, Stewart's trying to dictate play, and that's exactly what Spina and Solomon and Bella have got to do for the Cowboys. They're the veterans. They've got to start leading the pack.
DeVico taken 41 out from the North Queensland line. Deeth. Stewart across to Daly. Daly. That pass. Well, an awful pass from Laurie Daly. Away goes Gibson. He crosses the halfway. He's backslammed, and now a penalty. Graham West rules Canberra inside the 10, and doesn't the crowd love that?
Yeah, I must say the enthusiasm of this Cowboys side tonight has been certainly inspiring. They haven't given up at any stage. Martin Bella is driving them out there at the moment, and this was a pretty tough tackle. I didn't think it was all that illegal, though. I didn't think a back slam in the game was illegal.
Well, Damien Gibson, of course, scored the first tries for the Cowboys here against the Bulldogs. Picked himself up $1,000, and that was at fullback, but he's on the wing tonight.
Marty Bella takes it himself. Good yardage gained there by Marty Bella.
The veterans have got to lead, Jason. They've got to lead, and do it now.
Here comes Groves. Wrapped up by
Spina's
Wesley.
calling for all support.
Spina. Matthew. Taken. Good tackle there. That tackle had to be affected by Ricky Stewart. Spina now scheming. Laurie Spina gives it back to Matthew. Jamie Matthew. 4 or 5 metres out. Spina. Solomon spins out of that would-be tackle. Last tackle coming up for the Cowboys. Christensen, a dummy half. He goes himself, puts the little kick through. Stacks on the mill. Oh, Canberra. They are absolutely awful in that in goal tonight.
Yeah, that was very casual, wasn't it? Very casual indeed by Ken Nagus coming across. Or was it Appo? We'll have a look at it now. But very casual work by the Canberra side in their own in goal. They're not sensing danger. It was Kenny Nagus, a State of Origin player. Very, very awful.
It was Spina that came through to put the hand on the ball, maybe looking for the try. The veteran.
Vowles now. He'll take the first hit up. Luhman's coming in to lend support, but Vowles quite content to take on the Canberra
That's
side.
what he's got to do, get tackled and let the play go on from here.
Steve Holmes, a dummy half. Martin Bella on the blind side. Bumps off Nadruku and still going, and finally put down on the 20-metre line.
More forwards.
The crowd warming to Martin Bella tonight. Spina, Solomon, cut out, ball out wide. Bartlett, I think it is, running very wide out in the centres, Georgie Bartlett.
But he scored a try out there earlier. Bowser's calling for it to be put up. He's right over here on the grandstand side of the field.
Spina, Matthew gives it to Solomon. Galia. Great tackle from Laurie Daly.
Fifth tackle.
No one a dummy half. Finally, Matthew goes in there. Solomon, dummies. Now gets the up and under underway. Pressure back there on Mullins. Great take, Brett Mullins.
Yeah, when the chips are down, the champions come to the party.
I didn't really pressure him that much.
He just waited. He did what he had to do.
Fulavai wrapped up, 11 metres out from the Canberra line. 8-6, still no change to that half-time scoreline. North Queensland leading by just the 2 points. Canberra, finally they get outside their own red zone. Jason Deeth scampers away from dummy half. Gives it to Wesley. Wesley being shown the sideline. Look at that, only a couple of metres, not even that from the sideline. Lucky to stay in the field of play, perhaps. Ricky Stewart now, looking for touch. Holmes trying to cut it off, but Ricky Stewart's kick doesn't find touch. Holmes is across there. And the reception party there to meet him.
He's had a fine game, the young fullback on debut tonight. Certainly some great potential in this Cowboys outfit, as we saw by the win in reserve grade, and that young talent has continued here tonight.
Speaking of young talent, Justin Lumens plays the ball for Vowles. He gives it on to George Bartlett. Taken Bartlett on the 30-metre line. Lumens into dummy half. Vowles is injured in back play. Lumens now dummies, throws the dummy, takes the tackle himself.
Vowles caught one after the play the ball.
And now the ball has gone loose. What's West going to rule? Play on. Well, knocked back, he says.
It was off the shoulder. It went backwards.
I must admit I didn't quite see it. Little chip over the top from Laurie Spina. Well read over on the far side there.
Oh, yes.
By Nagus.
I said before, the older fellas have got to lead by example, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Well, Canberra in pretty good field position here, Durko. I think this is the second tackle. They're already into North Queensland territory.
Yeah, this is the danger period. Certainly a danger period for the Cowboys. They've got so many strike players in this side, international, state of origin players galore, but the tenacity of this North Queensland side tonight has been marvellous.
27 for the Raiders there. DeVico wrapped up, 35 out from the Cowboys line. Deeth, Stewart, dummies. Stewart now gives it to Mullins. Mullins spots an opening. Thought about throwing the pass, but nobody was there. He takes the tackle, 30 out from the line. Fifth and final for the Raiders. Stewart, Tricky Ricky now, goes to the air. Coming through is the winger Nadruku. Nadruku reaches out. Oh, it's been plucked out of the air by Lumens. Lumens now counterattacks. Away goes the Rockhampton Flyer.
What a tackle. What a tackle. Laurie Daly.
What a tackle. What a take. What a take by the 19-year-old on debut. Absolutely magnificent. More pressure on him than a helium balloon.
I tell you what, he set sail here, and it was if Vowles had a little bit more speed, maybe.
Lee Groves now, settling run from him, 10 metres short of halfway. Solomon gives it to Bella. He's hungry for some more work. Bella now gets over the advantage line, in fact crosses the halfway line.
The Raiders are falling by the wayside, Jason. There's another replacement. I think it's Nandruko.
Bella very slow to get up and play that ball. Solomon. Spina. Ducks under a tackle there of Ricky Stewart.
Oh, gee, that did look high.
In fact,
Spina's
Ricky Stewart
down.
Did collect him. The trainer is on. And there's a chorus of boos going around the ground, Durko.
Well, that's got to be expected. Let's have a look at... I must say, to me, it did appear high. We've missed it on that replay. I'm sure we'll see another one. Laurie Daly wouldn't be... Laurie Spina wouldn't be feigning an injury, I wouldn't think, at this stage of the night.
Well, Tony, Ricky Stewart has realised that Spina and Solomon and Bella are the leaders of this pack. He's gone in to try and, well, I'll not say take him out, but he's certainly trying to, nullify him as quick as he can.
Yeah, I know. I think there's nothing intentional in it. Certainly appeared to be a swinging arm, but he's all right. He's a North Queenslander, Benny.
Oh, Adrian Vowles leading by example again.
He's lost the ball. Cowboys in possession, says West. This could be the turning point in the match, perhaps. 14 minutes left on the clock. North Queensland leading 8 points to 6.
Martin Bella off. Bruce Sinclair on.
Christensen moving into dummy half. Spina. Solomon, inside ball for Holmes. He's wrapped up. 26 out from the Canberra line as Bella takes a breather. Inside ball now for Spina. Fifth and final coming up for the Cowboys. Solomon hungry for the ball. Spina taps it forward. I don't know if he realised it's the last tackle. And I don't think he did.
That was dumb play by Laurie Spina. He's had a great game tonight, but if he obviously couldn't have realised it was the fifth tackle, or otherwise he would not have done that.
Well, I think you're selling him a bit short. I think he said, let them now. They've got the ball. They've got them down in their territory. So all they've got to do is try and tackle them and keep them there.
I think what they wanted to do, Benny, was score a try.
Canberra now in possession, 12 metres short of halfway. Stewart gets it out to Daly. Clyde. Croker pushes aside Lumens. Croker still going. Bowles comes at him again and puts him away. Croker gets up, plays it back for Clyde. He fires the pass to Stewart. Now to Laurie Daly. Laurie Daly now running the football. That's when he's most dangerous. Oh, lucky move there. The ball almost coming loose. Fifth and final coming up for the Canberra Raiders. Stewart now gets the kick away. Back there is Holmes. He's lost it into the hands of Foulabai. He will score for the Raiders. Canberra back in front.
Well, yeah, that's unfortunate for the locals, but plenty of pressure. It had to come, I suppose. So many champions in the side. The young bucks on the outside couldn't control that ball. Albert Foulabai, man on the spot, and he's over. And I wonder, could that be the clincher? Could the Cowboys lose their hats after this one?
Well, the ball went up, and Stephen Holmes, who's had, you said before, Tony, he's had an outstanding debut. He's made one mistake, and unfortunately that mistake maybe could cost the Cowboys a first-up victory. The ball, he went up high enough, he was in the right position, but unfortunately it bounced off his chest, and there was no Cowboy there to push Foulabai away. But good try to the Raiders.
A few green flags in the crowd tonight.
Yeah, you're right, a few.
Oh.
Well, David Ferner now has the chance to extend the scoreline. He's taken over from Appo. He is the first choice goal kicker in this Canberra side, particularly now that Mal Meninga has retired from the game. So Ferner trying to convert the Foulabai try, and he makes no mistake whatsoever. Canberra 12, North Queensland 8, 10 minutes left in the match. My colleagues called it. He's made just the one mistake tonight, but it could well be the turning point. He gets us underway. Stewart takes it on the full. He gives it to Hetherington.
Well, the Cowboys can't become despondent. They've got to come straight back, regroup.
We should make mention too that number 25 from reserve grade, Jason Burnham, is on the field, and it appears he has replaced Jason Deeth.
And Ian Doonerman, in a very, very important move for the Cowboys, is on for Noel Solomon.
Both had good games in reserve grade.
Switch in play from DeVico. They go downtown now with a beaming kick. In fact, it may well even go dead in goal. No, it just stands up there for Holmes. A fullback's nightmare, Durko.
Yes, it certainly is. The in goals here, I must say, don't appear to be all that long. And certainly the young fullback, Stephen Holmes, must have been wishing like hell that ball would have gone over the dead ball line, but it didn't. So a drop out from underneath the post, and the pressure reapplied by the Raiders, the green machine.
Well, here he is now with the ball. He'd have to be as quick as Melinda Gainsford to get out of there. It's you're right, it is too short, and they need a little bit of room, but still he took it cleanly.
Restart now. Taken on the full by DeVico. A testing time here for North Queensland. If Canberra can score, it could well be the end of the ball game. Burnham at dummy half. Wesley plays it back for Burnham. Stewart, Daly now. They've got numbers, the Raiders. Clyde, the ball comes loose, and that has gone forward, according to Graham West.
The compressed Cowboys defence then certainly looked as though it was under pressure. Quite surprised that Laurie Daly didn't elect for the long pass to pick up Ken Nagus. But the move has broken down and the Cowboys get another opportunity.
Noah Nadruku off the field, and his fellow wingman Ken Nagus there not very happy with the way things turned out for the Raiders. The Cowboys in possession. The handling errors at the moment. North Queensland on the bad end of that ledger. 13-10.
Yeah, they're 8-6 at half-time to the Raiders, so the Raiders in front. So certainly they've turned over a lot of possession in the second half, the Cowboys, as the pressure has started to mount on them.
Galia plays it back for Christensen. Sinclair, he's lost it. Canberra come up with possession. 7 minutes left on the clock. 12-8, Canberra leading the North Queensland Cowboys. Appo got the pass away to Furner. Furner motors forward. He's put away by Christensen. He was around the bootlaces, in fact. Spina over the top. Inside pass from Stewart to Hetherington.
Critical time for the Cowboys. They must regroup.
Across to Daly. Clyde. Now to Croker. Here's trouble. Croker looking for a quick play of the ball. Back for Clyde. Burnham, the replacement hooker. First receiver. Settles things down. Last tackle coming up for the Green Machine. Ricky Stewart now. Inside ball. Here comes Mullins. Mullins puts the kick through, trying to score himself, but back there is Adrian Vowles.
Yeah, super play from Adrian Vowles. Once again, he's had an enormous game tonight, and as he went back for that, I just noticed Bradley Clyde limping off. But just see this kick, a good kick, but there's Mullins and had it on the toe, but watch Vowles now.
Talk about Melinda Gainsford. How good an athlete's Brett Mullins?
Well, the Cowboys now a restart from their own goal line. Again, taken on the full by Croker. Very unlucky not to make the Kangaroo Tour last year, Croker. Canberra now in perfect field position. Early in the tackle count. Steve Stoner's on the field in jersey number 26. He gives the pass to Stewart. Now to Daly. Daly jinking and weaving back for Stewart as he jumps over a Cowboy defender. Still going and standing in the tackle, Ricky Stewart. Desperate stuff from the 4X Cowboys in defence.
They're going to put it up, I think.
Daly, inside ball for Furner. Furner got the pass back for Stone. North Queensland still hanging on. They trail by 4 points. 12-8 is the scoreline. The ball goes loose. Knock back, says West. Mullins will take the tackle on the 20-metre line. Fifth and final coming up for the Green Machine. Wesley gives it to Stewart. The up and under again. Coming through are two Canberra players, but well taken there by young Justin Lumens. Will come back to the 20-metre line for a tap restart.
Yeah, this game, there's no way in the world this game's over. With 5 minutes still on the clock. The Cowboys can get down the other end. I still believe that this Canberra side is able, or their defence is able to be breached, and certainly the Cowboys' defence in the last few minutes has been outstanding.
Bartlett now taken on the 30-metre line by Laurie Daly. Spina. Looks like Duneman's on the field. That is correct. Duneman on the field. Holmes. Well, Jamie Matthew has taken off the headgear. He plays it back. They swing it wide to the right. Spina now. Almost got through, but David Furner affecting the tackle.
The old legs.
A penalty. A penalty against the Cowboys. Tough call, Durko.
Well, we'll have to have a look at it. I was going to say the old legs of Laurie Spina not as quick 5 minutes from full time as they were 5 minutes from the start. Here it is. Gee, this is a tough decision. I hope for the referee it's the right one. That is a very, very tough decision by referee Graham West. Yeah, it's a right one though. You must get to your feet to play the football. Very simple equation.
6-4 the penalties to the Cowboys, but certainly that one could be a telling one. We had a similar incident in reserve grade, Durko. A player...
The lightning attack out wide of Ruben Wiki. They'll take a while to get to their stride. They've been made to battle for this victory tonight, if that's in case what will happen.
David Ferner now from 39 metres out. He raises the flags. More points for the Raiders. Canberra leading the Cowboys 14 points to 8 with 3 minutes left on the clock.
Fortunate that penalty. Laurie Spina simply trying to get a quick play the ball away, but he didn't get to his feet, unfortunately.
Mullins now gets over the 20-metre line. Tackled there by Galia. Luhrmann's lending support. Fulavai.
Tell you what, Tony, we've got to pick a Cowboy player of the match tonight, and there's 13 players out there that I'd hate to be the judge of it.
But you are, Benny. You've got to be.
No, it's Kerry Boasted. I'll leave it to him.
Oh, I see.
Croker. Time running out for the North Queensland Cowboys. Just over 2 minutes left in this match. Ricky Stewart's kick for touch is out on the full. You'd probably see him do that once a season, Durko.
One last stab. Yeah, well, you know, well, it's a long time since I've seen Ricky Stewart make a mistake like that. I'd say every one of these players is just waiting for that full-time bell to go. Of course, that's the Canberra players.
Well, certainly not North Queensland. They are hungry for one last try. They need a converted try to at least draw the match. They are still looking for their first win in this competition.
Well, not too many people have left the stadium, I can assure you of that. And why would you?
The Cowboys in possession. Spina, cut-out ball for Duneman. Holmes, wrapped up by two Canberra defenders, namely Laurie Daly, also in there Ken Nagas. Spina trying to get something organised. Jamie Matthew, the redhead, standing in the tackle, eventually knocked to ground 3 metres short of halfway. Fifth and final coming up for the 4X Cowboys. Spina, they're going to run it on the last. Galia got the pass away in the end. Play on, says West. They keep it alive, North Queensland. Perhaps now Laurie Spina will put the kick in. No, back for Bartlett. Now to Vowles. Vowles settles it. Now the kick goes away, and it goes across field. Nagas is over there. There's three Cowboy players coming through, but Kenny Nagas, plenty of time for him. Now counter-attack from Nagas. In fact, it's Appo in jersey number 28.
Well, fair kick. He had nowhere to go. He had to do something with it.
Stewart wrestled to ground. Jason Erber on the field in jersey number 22. Steve Stone for Canberra now. 32 out from his own line. 14 seconds left on the clock. Surely Canberra have got it now. The clock winding down. 7 seconds. Fifth and final coming up, but we won't need it. That is full time here at Stockland Stadium. Graham West calls a halt to proceedings. Canberra have got away with it. So much for the 21-point start, Durko. North Queensland going down 14 points to 8.
And I can't see too many of these players out here going and playing roulette at the casino tonight. They're out on their feet. Absolutely out on their feet. A marvellous performance by both sides. Fantastic.
Well, Laurie Daly there, he'd been no doubt very much relieved to get away with this one. Canberra supposedly were going to romp it in tonight. So much for the experts. Laurie Spina leaving the field. So the full-time score here at Stockland Stadium, Canberra defeating the North Queensland Cowboys 14 points to 8.
No doubt about that. The Raiders remain undefeated in the Winfield Cup, only just, and the North Queensland Cowboys won't lose any fans whatsoever. That was a marvellous performance.
Well, let's have a look at the stats of the game, Tony, and very simply, I think, it was close all the way, 41-39 with the times held with the ball, and held for 6, importantly.
Yeah, held for 6, 32 times the Cowboys held the ball for 6 tackles, the Raiders only 14. I mean, that is an unbelievable statistic, and the other, of course, 133 tackles and 136, nothing at all there. Missed tackles down the bottom, 19 by the Cowboys, 10 by the